Our cavalcade of 100 greats begins with 5 official legends of Australian sport. They're flanked by our stars of tomorrow, our scholarship holders.
And to date, Steph, 37 Australians have been elevated to legend status. Later tonight, we will, of course, meet the 38th. But first, we welcome to the ballroom 5 legends of Australian sport. Firstly, the inaugural female inductee and the first female legend, 4-time Olympic champion, Dawn Fraser. Together with Australia 2 skipper and chairman of the Sport Australia Hall of Fame, John Bertrand. Widely renowned as the thinking man's golfer, please welcome 5 times British Open champion Peter Thomson, accompanied by his granddaughter Matilda Prendergast. Now, 2 of the football greats, Mr. Football himself, Ron Barassi, and lethal Lee Matthews. They played in and coached an amazing 18 premierships between them. Ladies and gentlemen, 5 official legends of Australian sport, Dawn Fraser, John Bertrand, Peter Thomson, Ron Barassi and Lee Matthews. Let's hear it for them once again, this iconic group.
Now to our 95 greats, all recognised as the world's best in their field. Our first group is headed by tennis Grand Slam champions Frank Sedgman, the first Aussie to win a US singles title. With him, former Hall of Fame chairman and Davis Cup hero Neil Fraser. With 11 Grand Slam and 5 consecutive Wimbledon titles to his name, please welcome doubles champion Mark Woodford. Together with International Hall of Famer and accomplished administrator Brian Tobin. Next up, our winter sports specialists, all pioneers. Jim Lynch, the 1978 World Short Track champion. Together with the first Aussie to win an Alpine World title, Zali Steggall. The godfather of all things cold and icy, and the chairman of tonight's dinner committee, Jeff Henke. From the sport of squash, please welcome 5-time world champion, Sarah Fitzgerald. One of Australia's bravest and best boxers, world champion Johnny Famechon. Along with peerless kickboxer Stan the Man Lognanides, winner of 8 world titles.
I agree, Famo. Lift that applause. More, says Johnny Famechon, so come on. Our next group is led by our cricketing greats, one of Australia's most successful cricket captains and batsmen, and watch out for his son, Steve Waugh, ladies and gentlemen, with his equally accomplished teammate in a golden era, wicketkeeper Ian Healy. They set the standard for others to follow. Formidable all-rounder Alan Davidson and the pioneering star of the women's game, Belinda Clark. welcome three of the all-time netball greats, multiple world champions Liz Ellis and Vicky Wilson, together with coach Joyce Brown, who led the Australian team to new heights. So much for netball to celebrate tonight. And now dual Olympian and 1972 Olympic Dragon class champion sailor John Cuneo, together with the only Aussie to win Olympic weightlifting gold. Great to see him again, Dean Lucan.
Track and field leads in our next group, dominating the sprinting world from 1968 to 1982, triple Olympic silver medalist Raylene Boyle. And with her, Olympic heptathlon champion Glynis Nunn-Kearns. World champion marathon runner and Hall of Fame Selection Committee chairman Rob Di Castella. With Australia's foremost long jumper, 84 Olympic silver medalist Gary Honey. They are followed in by two men who are renowned as game changers and innovators in their fields of sports science and sports medicine, Professor John Bloomfield and Dr. Ken Fitch. With them, legendary player and renowned coach Rick Charlesworth. With the greatest of their era, brothers Eric and Julian Pearce.
They don't come much tougher than this next group. Footy's original 400 game man and multiple premiership player, Kevin Bartlett. And two of the most successful coaches in history, each with 4 premierships, David Parkin and Kevin Sheedy. Together with visionary football administrator and former boss of the VFL and a great man for North Melbourne, Alan Aylett. Australia would not punch above its weight at the big multi-sports carnivals without the work of expert administrators like former IOC Vice President Kevin Gosper and recently retired Commonwealth Games leader Perry Crosswhite. With them are 3 more men who achieved big things behind the scenes. The founder of the Sport Australia Hall of Fame, Gary Daly, with former ICC and NBL chief Malcolm Speed, and the groundbreaking mastermind behind Australia's Rugby World Cup and football success, John O'Neill.
Well, our next group really should be coming in on wheels. The first to prove Australian road cyclists could hold their own at the Tour de France, yellow jersey winner Phil Anderson, and with him Olympic champion and star of the road and track Kathy Watt. Five-time world track champion and Olympic silver medalist Danny Clark, and dual world sprint champion John Nicholson. Next up, one half of rowing's awesome foursome, triple Olympic gold medalist James Tompkins with 2-time Olympic gold medalist Mike Mackay. Two-time World Series winner for the Yankees, baseball's Graham Lloyd, with 1965 softball world champion Midge Nelson.
Leading in our next group are the pioneers of Australian basketball on and off the court. the patriarch of the game in this country, coaching giant Lindsay Gaze, together with four-time Olympian, Boomers great, Phil Smythe. Next in, the man simply known as the King, Rugby League's Wally Lewis, together with the 1982 Dally M winner Ray Price and one of the league's finest exponents of the 20th century, Ron Coote. From Rugby Union, please welcome two former World Cup winning captains and absolute greats of the game, Nick Farr-Jones and John Eales. They are followed in by Tim Horan, who wore the green and gold on 80 occasions. And with him is Bob Dwyer, whose coaching record of 99 wins from 144 matches makes him one of the most successful coaches in Australian sporting history.
Our next group is led by Horsepower, the equestrians who've made their sport a major medal earner at the Olympics. Let's welcome three-day event champions from 1960, Neil Lavis, and from 96, the heroic Gillian Rolton. They're joined by legendary coach Wayne Roycroft and Dennis Goulding, whose veterinary skills are a long-standing part of Australians' equestrian success. Welcome. And more great coaches to follow. Ralo Razic, the first to take Australia to the FIFA World Cup. Victor Kovalenko, the medal maker and mastermind behind our sailors' Olympic success. And Pat Clohessy, whose expertise turned Deke into the world's best marathoner. With them, three more people who made things happen behind the scenes. Helen Brownlee, who steered canoeing for more than half a century, together with groundbreaking coach and sports scientist Dick Telford.
Next in are the Golden Girls, the women who did things their way. Five-time Olympic beach volleyballer Natalie Cook, with her gold medal partner from the Sydney 2000 Games, Kerry Pottharst. Along with triple world aerobics champion Sue Stanley and Louise Sauvage, who dominated women's wheelchair racing on the world circuit for over 12 years. Coming in now, seven-time world surfing champion Lane Beachley, with Sydney 2000 Olympic gold medalist and captain of the victorious water polo team, Debbie Watson. Still in the water, six-time Ironman national champion Trevor Hendy, with five-time canoeing Olympian and surf lifesaving star Dennis Green, and former international lifesaving boss Alan Welton. Our water skiers round out this group. Jumps champion Glenn Thurlow and barefoot maestro Brett Wing.
Final group, those who know how to make a splash, our swimmers. Lynn McKenzie, 1968 Olympic butterfly champion, with Ilse Conrads, who broke the first of her many world records at age 13. Michelle Ford Eriksson, Australia's only individual gold medalist at the 1980 Moscow Games, and with three-time Olympian and world outrigger canoe champion Lisa Curry. 1984 Olympic butterfly champ John Seaven, and the man who not only coached John but has inspired countless other Olympians in all sports, Laurie Lawrence. Star of the 2004 Athens Games, triple Olympic gold medalist Jodie Henry, with 9-time Paralympic champ Priya Cooper. And the Aussie that sits at the top of the record books with 9 Olympic medals, 5 gold, 3 silver, 1 bronze, Ian Thorpe. And our final 2 world beaters, both Olympic 1500 metre champions, 3 decades apart. John Conrad's in 1960 and Kieran Perkins, who doubled up in 92 and 96. Ladies and gentlemen, this is very likely the greatest lineup of Australian sports royalty ever assembled under the one roof. We give you the members of the Sport Australia Hall of Fame.
Let's hear it once again, ladies and gentlemen. A standing ovation and everyone worth it. This is sporting royalty.
Ladies and gents, can I ask you to please remain standing for the National Anthem, performed by Liz Cherry from the Australian Army Band.